The beard era has begun. Alright, over the past year and a half of making these classic Doctor Who videos, this is the first time I've ever had to completely restart a review from scratch. Seriously, I had everything all written and recorded, ready to go, and it was only when I started editing that I realised I only had about 3 minutes worth of me talking about the story itself, and then another 8 minutes of me talking about stuff that's not even remotely related to Doctor Who, like my mood at the time and how frustrating these telesnap reconstructions can be at times, and honestly, nobody wants to sit and watch 11 minutes of some dude talk about how depressing his life is. No, you guys are here for classic Doctor Who reviews, and so that is what I shall deliver. Take 2 and action! We're nearing the end now. It's been about a month since I made those 5 reviews in 5-ish days, and this whole time I've been trying so hard to bring myself to watch this one, but due to a combination of the following factors, I found it pretty hard. Knowing it's a missing story, so I'd have to go back to using Dailymotion. Dailymotion just straight up not working on PS4 anymore. Nobody ever talks about this one. All that topped off by me being in the lowest mental point of my life at the time. Needless to say, I was finding it very hard to find the motivation to get into this one. And in the end, I found it even harder to stay with it. This is the Space Pirates, the second to last Patrick Troughton Doctor Who serial. 6 episodes, 5 of them missing, 1969, yada yada yada. This season has been great so far. Seriously, season 6 is probably my favourite, of the classic Doctor Who series that I've reviewed. And sure, nobody talks about the Crotons either, but I thought that was fine. Although, secret side note, I did kind of completely forget everything that happened in that one up until I uploaded my review of it. So, say about that what you will. But coming right out with my honest opinions, I really did not enjoy this one. Like so many of the other hits and misses, this one's a miss. And I don't think it's bad, but I just definitely wasn't engaged with it. Some missing serials can make for perfect audiobooks or telesnaps, like The Highlanders and Marco Polo. And then there are those, like The Smugglers and The Space Pirates, where there's just nothing really for me to latch onto. Why on earth are they animating The Smugglers? I reckon you'd need to read the novelization, then watch several various reconstructions in order to understand and try to gain an appreciation of what's going on here. So, what is going on here? Well, somewhere out in space, there are these space pirates. Shocking, I know. And I'm not talking about the cool swashbuckling pirates like the steam-powered ones from the Resurrection Casket novel that I reviewed a while ago and absolutely loved. No, more traditional saboteurs. Space baddies doing bad things and stealing rare minerals. And it just so happens that the generic good guy faction has gone and built a bunch of these space station satellite thingies out of this rare mineral. So naturally, the bad guys blow up the good guys' stuff, steal the minerals, and honestly, it just takes so long. The TARDIS doesn't even appear until halfway through the first episode, landing on one of the pieces of the satellite before it gets blown up, sending the Doctor, Jamie and Joey, before sending the Doctor, Jamie and Zoe off on an adventure? A quest? A sequence of events that's just really not that interesting. At least not that exciting to me. I always hate being so pessimistic towards a serial because I just know that it's going to be someone out there's favourite underrated gem. But I can't lie. You know how I have a really nasty habit of falling asleep while watching classic Doctor Who? Well, I fell asleep twice while trying to watch this one. I re-watched entire sections of episodes to recap and hopefully not miss anything, but I'm sorry, it just didn't do it for me. I would love to revisit this one if it ever got the animated treatment, and hey, like I said earlier, The Smugglers is getting animated, if that one can, surely a better story can. Is this better than The Smugglers? I'm starting to repeat myself, but one thing's for sure, it just didn't do it for me. I want to blame it on my really low mood at the time, but even re-watching it, just nothing really stood out to me, aside from a couple of small things. Number 1, the character of Milo Clancy, a weird old space trucker with a bizarre way of talking and a manic, disruptive energy that you rarely see in old Doctor Who. I very much enjoyed his performance. I can totally see him getting annoying for some people, but at least his presence kept me awake. Number 2, the Doctor uses a tuning fork to escape a locked room. Creative. At least it wasn't just a sonic screwdriver cop-out. For real though, the Doctor carries multiple bags of marbles, tuning forks, recorders, not a flute, see I remembered, a sonic screwdriver, just all sorts of nonsense in his jacket pockets, it's mad. And third and final, this character is a literal asshat. Seriously, just look at that. Look at it!
What are you looking at, butthead?
And that's it. A plot that lands right in the dead centre of averageness, capped off with the most boring, literal ticking time bomb ever. Seriously, how do you mess that up? You have a literal bomb, literal ticking down to a literal destruction, and there's no suspense, there's no tension, no music, no sense of urgency, just oh, let's defuse the bomb, I guess. And you've got a serial that is best left forgotten, at least until it gets the animated treatment. All these weeks of trying to force myself through the Space Pirates, and I've finally done it. Seriously. Oh, what a process. Having to start from scratch. Even recording this has been a nightmare with birds chirping, construction noises, and painters talking right outside the front door. It's done. I did it. I forced myself through. And I have a bad feeling I'm going to have to force myself through next week's serial. Not for lack of quality, but just for the length. Because I have seen it before. A 10 parts disconnected plot that, if I recall, even 2010 me struggled to sit through in one sitting. I don't remember a lot of it, which I'm hoping is not an indictment on the quality and rememberability of it. But maybe if I break it up, take it in chunks, those 10 episodes won't seem as long. Plus, with the added context of 3 seasons worth of fun adventures and time travels in the TARDIS, I may find a newfound appreciation for the second Doctor's final story in The War Games. Thank you for watching, again. This is a lot better than my first attempt at reviewing the Space Pirates. I'm really sorry if it's your favourite. Please don't hate me. I'm fine, by the way. Just, you know, life throwing challenges my way. I'll get through it fine. You're awesome. Thanks for watching. See you next week for the final second Classic Doctor Who review.